y'all, it's Kim again. So this is gonna be an interview with Tyler Proctor. He was a boyfriend of Mackenzie Shirilla. Sometime maybe even during the same time frame, she might have cheated with this guy. I don't know. I think he kind of alluded to that. But thanks to Plunder body cam videos, we have this uploaded. Shirilla.net is no longer available for whatever reason. I tried going in there several times and I couldn't get it. But anyway, this will probably have her watermark on it, the Plunder True Crime thing, which is cool. Go watch her videos. She's got so much stuff on there. I think she's purchased a bunch of stuff. I'm just sharing this because I tried to get it from the Shirilla.net thing, and of course that's gone. So anyway, let me go ahead and like her stuff, and then we'll let this play. He has some interesting things to say about Mackenzie too. He called her a snake at one point because I actually watched it, but the volume, because he's the officer's wearing a body cam, some of it is like kind of hard to hear. So I'm hoping my new microphone setup will pick it up. I'll try to adjust the sound as we go, and we'll see how this works out. Anyway, let's let this play. Just give it a minute. See, it's kind of staticky. That's because he's moving. I may turn that down just for a second until he actually starts talking.
Tyler, let's go sit over here. Your door open or closed?
That's too much static.
Your question for you. Understand you're not under arrest. Yeah. You walk out anytime you want. We have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. First thing is, how long have you known Mackenzie?
Probably when I moved to Strongsville, so ninth grade, I think probably 16, I can't remember the part.
So how old are you now?
18. Actually, I was probably 15 when I came here. So
15?
Yeah.
So 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And so how long were you guys in a relationship?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first, and Joey dated her first before I came to Strongsville, and then I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months, and then me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't a hard feelings like whatever happened. I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we had no problems with each other and nothing, but it was kind of like, so Dom would ask her like, "Are you beating him on?" and stuff like that, and she would just lie to him. And then basically I don't know, like 2 months, and then after that.
Stop moving.
They were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then we kind of just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? We were just friends. Around when she turned 16, I think, because I was at her birthday dinner with her family and stuff like that. And then after that, she had a party for Kalahari. First went like Dom, me, AJ, Joey, Emery, Megan, Natalie, and Kenzie. And that was probably like when we stopped being intimate. It was around her birthday, and after we went to Kalahari, and then it was just her and Dom after that.
Can you explain what you mean by intimate?
Like kissing or hugging or just like anything that like would happen in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Did you ever? Were you physically, sexually?
No, we never had sex, but we would make out.
Who's Joey?
Joey Probes. He he dated her. He's like one of my best friends, but he dated her. I know before I came to Strongsville for a little bit. I don't know.
Okay. She was younger than 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said month and a half to 2 months over summer. Which summer? This past summer?
Oh no, it was like freshman summer.
Freshman summer?
Yeah, it was like freshman year was over.
Okay. So describe the relationship. What was she like as your girlfriend?
I mean, like, she's kind of just like how you explain any girls really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all over the place in some ways, and like they don't know what they want and stuff like towards the crazy side. Like, I remember conversations with her when she couldn't like decide what she wanted, like between me and Dom, kind of. She would be like, she's like, oh, I love Dom so much, this and that, but like he's mad at me for all of this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, like why wouldn't he be like me to like just go stay with Dom because I'm not gonna be with you no more after this. Like I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. But like I don't got no problems with you or anything like that. We can also be friends. Like, you need to go talk to Dom about like your personal issues and stuff because that's your relationship. And she would tell me like. But she would say stuff like, I don't even get high anymore and stuff like that because I'm what she knows. And she'd be like, also like going through all this stuff and things like that. And I was basically like I didn't really have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but like friend wise, like she was crazy. Like our group chat, there was some days like we would all be getting ready for school, and she would be sitting there spam calling the group chat to the point where like we can't pick it up to even like answer because she's just calling and declining and calling and declining. And then we finally do pick it up, and it was something as small as I can't figure out what I need to wear to school. It's like why are you blowing up all of us? Like it was everyone that went to tell Harvey that was in that group chat. So it's like, are you blowing us all up just over something as little as you can't figure out what you're trying to wear to school? Like she would be like just.
She like mentally just not all there?
I mean, yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so. Is what I feel like, and I feel like she had no regard for Davion, and I feel like they got in an argument, her and she threatened to kill him.
Had she ever threatened that before?
She hasn't ever threatened to hurt anyone, but she's threatened probably like she hasn't like physically said like I'm gonna kill myself, but she's like. You know what I'm saying? Like made it to the point.
Alluded to it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like where she's just like, I hate life, like shit like that. And like, but we were all obviously like there and still trying to be friends with her and stuff like that. But our friend group probably fell out with Kenzie around like after 10th grade. And that's kind of when like all of us stopped being friends with just her. We were all cool with her still. Just because she's so like crazy, she'll blow everyone's phone up, she's all over the place with everything. And then she's just in general, like kind of a shady person. She's like a snake. Like she'll go and talk shit to everyone about everyone. And then like, you know what I'm saying? She'll go talk shit about me to someone else. And then she'll go talk shit about to that person to me. You know what I'm saying? But she would do it with everyone. She went through multiple friend groups because of the type of person she was. Like,
wow.
She doesn't have no regard for other people.
Did you guys ever fight when you were dating?
No. I mean,
like argue?
No, not for real.
Nothing?
No, because I didn't really like pretend like that. Like, I don't even think that it got to the point with me her like that. But like, I've said things about her since, like, we were friends to other people, and maybe she's heard about it, but like. Like I said again, I don't have no actual problems with her. I wouldn't go up to her and be like fuck you, like shit like that. Because even after 10th grade, I was dating this girl and we all went to Cedar Point, me, Dom, Kenzie, and Haley. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with Dom or Kenzie even after all of that stuff. Like we went to Cedar Point with us for probably in like 11th grade. And I remember Cedar Point and we were all about to get on the ride and Dom was on a phone call. And and she couldn't just wait for him to get off the phone call. And she was like, "You get on this right now," or like she was sitting there, it's like, "I can't right now." And I was like, "You want us to just wait for him to get off the phone?" She's like, "No, you guys can just go." And then we go on the ride and we come back, and she like kicked the arm away from us to where it was just me, Haley, and Kenzie. And she was just like, "I'm about to break up with him and just leave him." Like, she was just saying stuff like that. And then like I texted Dawn and I'm like, "Yo, you trying to go on a couple rides or something like that? Like, where you at? I'll come link up with you and they can just do whatever they're trying to do." Like, so because she was sitting there, she's always threatened and was disrespectful to Dawn in my eyes.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she put a spell on him saying that he couldn't break up with her. And she would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair and that she had a doll in her room for Dom and that she had literally put a spell on him. But she would tell everyone. Like, she truly believed in that kind of stuff. And she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom because I'm friends with I'm related to Dom by religion and law. He's my like God step God cousin-in-law. So like
God cousin.
yeah, my
I heard that.
I've never heard of that.
I actually just heard, I recently heard that. Okay.
yeah, because my godmother Markella, and then Markella is about to marry Johnny, which is someone in Dom's family. So
Yeah.
that would have made him my
Yeah. So let me ask you this. In talking to your mom at some point, she mentioned that there were threats that Mackenzie made towards you when you guys were dating.
I honestly don't know why my mom ended up coming to the police station because she's also like, I mean, I understand why, because she's related to Dom and them, but like, no, I would have rather just came to you guys myself and told my story instead of her trying to get whatever she got out of it, because when I talked to her, it was the day that they died, so like, anything that I talked about, out of emotion.
Out of emotions. But did you mention anything to her about
I've mentioned that she's threatened Dom, but not.
Have you ever heard Mackenzie threaten Dom?
Yeah, I mean, at the like I said, like at Cedar Point, she was threatening him to like leave him there and stuff like that. And then like going back to it, we were in this candy shop and this was after they had gotten over arguing and everything like that. She was like, "Either buy me something or shut the fuck up. No one's trying to listen to you." She was like, she just basically like used him to force money almost. And on her TikTok and stuff, Dom would always buy her designer and she would always post on her TikTok as if she bought the designer. And she would be like calling out other people, trying to call them broke with her stuff and stuff like that. And I don't know, she's kind of like all over it.
Did she have money?
She didn't have no job. I mean, she worked with my stepsister at Dunkin' Donuts for a little bit. That's all I know. And then my stepsister would tell me that she was just rude to everyone, like all of it. Like she just didn't care. Like she was rude to people. She didn't work there no more than.
So the threats to Dom, were any of them threats other than "I'm gonna dump you"? Like were there ever threats like threats of harm?
She's probably, I don't know. I think she's only threatened to harm herself. I don't really think she said that she was going to kill her friend like that. That's why I think she was trying to kill herself when she crashed. And I think that she didn't have no regard for Davion in the back seat. And she was in an argument with Dom, so it was a win-win for her and her.
How do you know she was in an argument with Dom?
I don't know that. That's what I think.
Okay.
Because collectively, she said they were going. I mean, to go down that road, 120, like. I feel like you gotta be just like mad or something because like what are you doing? Like
so let's go on. Let me ask you about this. Her driving. I mean, you said Strawberry is 35, you know.
For sure. My girlfriend would drive with her, she's like so like that obviously is a part of it, but to be going down a Progress 100 is also not just reckless driving. It's not just a fun factor, like because Davion and Dom weren't that stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like they would have said something. I feel like
when you rode with her, did you ever see her getting a road rage incidents? Did you ever?
Yeah, she's definitely just not like a continuous roadways, but it's like, come on, like you're going like, you know,
Just screaming at people.
Yeah, like,
So how often did you? So you did. Were you ever in the car with her?
I was only in the car with her a couple times, really, and her driving the Cedar Point being one of them.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, that was the time when she was just like irate and stuff like just kind of like on the way home. For example, she obviously advocated from the argument with her and Dawn and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like, you know, it's about Mackenzie, like they drive.
Like, is she just a fast driver, or is she like not a good driver? Like, not a good driver. Okay.
I just like she's careless in general with everything.
When you were with her and hung out with her, did you ever know her to make fun of people, be mean to people?
Everyone can say that. Everyone can vouch for that. Like she's a bully. Really. Like that's like everyone tries to make it out that like people are and stuff like that. Like I know that when Davion and Don died, for somebody stuff like that.
Stop moving, man.
She was saying like I'm trying to get people to hurt her and stuff like that. She was instantly coming out to get me. I'm just like, bro, like leave me alone. Like I'm not trying to deal with you and what's going on right now. Like I'm literally like that was part of the reasons why I kind of didn't want to come in here and talk about her because I don't want to dealing with extra stuff with her. I don't want something. I want to talk to police and she's out there trying to make more rumors. Like Dom obviously was cool with me because Dom was trying to help me buy my car and stuff like that. Like the car that I have now, Dom helps me find. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just makes no sense to say Dom wasn't cool with me. Right. And then I know that she did the pendulum, which is to talk to Dom. Like after he's dead, she did the pendulum with Anthony and Abby.
And so what came of that?
Anthony, he asked if Dom really liked me. And he said that her jaw dropped, and Abby also told me the same thing. That Andy
who's Abby and who's
Abby is Dom's cousin, and Anthony. Abby, before he goes, I think he's dating her again now.
Gotcha.
So
when they did the pendulum thing, for understanding, did anybody ask what caused the accident?
I don't want anyone in the family to get mad at me and someone say the person who told me because I know that people in his family believe in the pendulum, so I don't want to
Right.
anything.
No, we know that they do. I know his dad does.
Yeah, and his dad said that he did the pendulum and that he said that Dom doesn't want anything to happen to her and he wants and he said that Dom forgives her and that he also said Dom said that she's gonna be okay, that nothing's gonna happen to her. Like she's gonna be fine, you know, it's basically what they said at the pendulum. Okay. But I think Uncle Frank is kind of switches on that. I just refer to him like Uncle Frank. I think he's kind of just like because when I talk to him because Kenzie was saying that I went and vandalized the memorial, which is not true at all. Like I would never like why would I go and vandalize it? She kept on making tons of stuff up about me. I don't know why. Like I really don't. And it kind of just hurt me more. Like it was like why I don't know if it's because I dated her before, like, or I don't know what it is. Like, but I talked to Uncle Frank and he said that he was gonna talk to Kenzie and make sure everything stops. And he was just like everyone talking shit about each other is just gonna keep things going and keep people mad at each other. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, I haven't talked to anybody about anything. Like, I've just been trying to handle this on my own. Like, because I was really closer to Davion than I was Dom. I was just getting close with Dom again. But
so since her arrest, what's the chat? What's been said?
Nothing really. I ever since I talked to Uncle Frank, I haven't heard her say anything about me really, which was low key like the first month it happened really. Like that's after I talked to Uncle Frank, everything that she said about me stopped kind of. So which that made me like.
You ever talk to Dominic's mom?
No, I haven't talked to Dominic's mom. I know that she feels different. Like she feels basically the opposite of how he feels. But when I talked to Uncle Frank, he was telling me like he feels cheated in a way too because every time he would go to hang out with Dom, he was busy doing something with Kenzie, which was also the case for me. Every time I asked him to hang out, I don't think he wanted to hang out because he didn't want to hang out with me and Kenzie because I think he knew like he got the idea that Kenzie didn't really like me. I think he kind of played an act as in not liking me when he was around Mackenzie, because I don't know why Kenzie would go around and actually believe that he didn't like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's really obviously.
So, have you witnessed or heard from your friends or your girlfriend? You mentioned your girlfriend about Mackenzie's drive.
Yeah, my girlfriend just said that he was a bad driver. This was like,
any examples where people were like, I'm anything in the car with her?
I remember one instance that, because I'm pretty sure Rosie Brown, her dad had caught, and this was after Kenzie crashed. She was saying something about like, she was basically making fun of Rosie going the speed limit, like after she had crashed. And it's like, what are you saying, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but she was just saying something like, oh, you're going 35 on Pearl, basically. Like, and it's like, bro, what do you mean? Only like, that's the speed limit. There's a speed limit for a reason. Like, if you was going the speed limit, that would have never happened. Like, that wouldn't have been as bad as it crashed as it was. If you did crash at 35, like, everybody could still be alive right now. We had baby on like the 60s. It didn't tell us that he crashed. It should have told us, but like, even if it did told us and we were going 35, someone could have came and did something, because all of our friends were out in Colorado. So it was a 2-hour time difference. They were all awake, so they would have gotten notification and everything, and then they would have got a hold of one bus or something. Like, I just don't understand why she's doing that fast, right? But it's just wild to me that she's still reckless and just posting on her Instagram and stuff like that after all of this everything happened. I still haven't seen her post anything about baby on anything. She posted one picture, but it was in the picture with her and Davion, so it wasn't even. She hasn't posted Davion so fun to me. She didn't post. She hasn't said anything about Davion at all, which is just like crazy to me. Like, she was completely like ignorant to the fact that she not only did that to Dom, the person that was literally taking care of her, but our friend Davion, who was also going through stuff.
Totally innocent too. And then he was a third party. He had nothing to do with the two of them.
Let me ask you this. Was she depressed when you guys were dating? I mean, you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, I figured she was, because she would just say stuff like, I can't get high anymore, and like I'm not getting it. Like, I keep getting smoking, and I can't get any high.
Like, she developed a tolerance to it?
Yeah, she's just saying like she can't feel any better from it, and that just so much is going on for her, and that was like, so like I can't imagine. Like,
Did her parents know she smoked weed?
yeah, her parents definitely.
How do you know that?
Because sometimes she would smoke in her backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they cared, but they just spoiled her, so it's like they just kind of let her do whatever. Like obviously at the time she should not have been raised, just doing whatever she wanted. That's kind of why I feel like now she should always do what she wanted. She talks to everyone how she wanted. Like we were swimming over at the falls in the Homestead Falls, and you're not supposed to be swimming over there. And cops came. And she was just sitting there being disrespectful the whole time, just on her phone. And we're like, Kenzie, bro, like, we're not supposed to even be swimming here. Why are you being disrespectful? And I'm like, do you want to get us a ticket? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you just always like this? Like, even everybody at the table, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And like, the first time when she came over my house, she was cursing in front of my parents, which made my parents, like, not really like her and stuff like that. Really? So, like, yeah, I mean, she wasn't like being like rude to them or nothing, but she was just like being careless around my little brother and my parents, like just saying shit and shit like that, like damn, and like bug, like because she like just spoiled does whatever it wants. That's what she's used to. So she's never really listened to nobody. She's never.
Did you ever know her parents to discipline her, ground her, take her phone away, anything?
They never disciplined her in any way. They spoiled her for sure. I like her parents, but her parents are really nice. Obviously, like they wanted to take care of her and just treat her like a princess, but you can't always do that.
Right. Did you ever know her to use any drugs besides marijuana?
I mean, I've heard that she used coke at parties, stuff like that. That's it, or a trip. That's it though. I knew that Dom didn't like her tripping and stuff like that though, because she has epilepsy or she can have seizures or something like that. So Dom didn't really get more her tripping. I know that.
So, I'm sure you've heard, it's, at this point, it's public record, but, you know, there were some shrooms found.
Yeah.
It's in the police report, that's been released.
I mean, I don't know what happened that night. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Davion had texted me that day. He said, "Do you want to take acid with me, Joey, Kenzie, and Dom tonight?" And I just said, "Hit me up later, bro." I was like, "I'm busy right now." And that was the last time I even texted Davion. I'm assuming they didn't take acid because people were saying they had shrooms, so that kind of like steered me away from all that stuff. Like, I don't even think I can touch that stuff again now because of that. Because like, I don't know, like I don't want to.
Just remind you.
Right. If they weren't, like, I don't know if Kenzie was tripping or not, but like if she was, like that could have maybe even been avoided too, or like I just don't understand why she would like they let her get that fast. I don't know if Davion and Dom were tripping and that's why they couldn't prevent the crash or something like that. So like that's just like why I don't like I just smoke weed now. That's it.
So you think an argument happened in the car?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know all of them.
From Dom and Kenzie's relationship, like they were just always arguing. That's just how they were, and like me and Joey have always talked about it. We're like, but Dom has so much going for himself. Like, why does he stick with Kenzie? Like, he can do so much better. Like
So,
Dom is an intelligent person.
Explain something to me real quick though. They get into an argument. Okay. They argue. Why drive the car into the building?
That's why I feel like she's trying to kill herself, and she wasn't really necessarily trying to kill them. I feel like she was trying to kill herself, and she just had no regard for Davion because of that's just how she is. Like that's just what I
Are your friend group or maybe some high school kid? I mean, we've spoken to many, but those this the consensus that she tried to kill herself.
I think the consensus is she did it on purpose. I don't think people know why.
That's what people think.
Yeah, people think that she crashed out. Like at least in our friend group, kind of like that's we don't really know exactly what happened because we don't know like if she tried to swerve or anything like that. But like we like when it first happened, that's definitely what everyone thought was she was trying to do on purpose. Like that was the first thing that went into everyone's heads is like she had to have been trying to kill herself and she did that. Because why do you just do that? Like it's not like it was completely dark. There was that sign lit up right in front. Like you saw that sign.
You guys knew more before we even knew. I mean, before we even had any idea about the speed and any of that. You know,
I would have heard
a bunch of people who had access to Life 360.
I mean, there was like
sent us screenshots saying, "Look how fast it went." We had no idea at the time.
Yeah, there was probably like 14 people in our Life 360 because we're all super close. So it was probably
they all saw that speed down Broadway.
We didn't even find out that they crashed because of the Life 360 though. Like we should have found out, but the crash detection only works if the drive was over a mile long and if their phone has more than 20% and they don't have low power mode on. And when they crash, it's supposed to call everybody's phone, like everyone that's in the
no kidding.
and it's supposed to also send out an emergency dispatch because we pay for the premium. Like our little group, we all just pay $2. And we got nothing, which means that it was either she got over there too quickly because it was too short of a drive for it to have to register the crash, or Davion's phone was in low power. So that's just what we. That it didn't alert us though. It was supposed to, but I was told that his heart went instantly, so it didn't matter anyway. Like whether it did tell us that they crashed or not, I was told that Davion died on impact. So
that's awful.
I ended up finding out when I was at Cedar Point the next day, and my friend Joey called me. He was like, "Yo," and I was like, "I'm busy," and he's like, "It's kind of important." He's like, Davion's sister's friend just texted me and said Davion died in a car accident. And he's like, I'm like, Davion's sister's friend. I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't really believe it at first because like that's a weird the chain of line. I was,
Mhm.
and then I was just trying to call people. I tried calling David, and then I tried calling Don, and both of their phones went to voicemail, and then I called Kyle, which was like Don's best friend, and then he told me.
Carl Smith?
Yeah. And then he told me that they crashed.
So let me ask you this, we received a tip from somebody who's been very reliable, that you were threatened by Mackenzie's mom, talking to the police.
No, I haven't been threatened by Kenzie's mom.
Were you threatened by anyone? Anyone tell you don't talk to the cops?
No.
Any type of like witness intimidation?
Did she ever ask you, maybe not threaten you, but say,
What I've told people is I don't want to talk to the police because
You can't hear what he's saying. Stop moving.
I don't need to see Kenzie's contact. Really? Yeah. I like Kenzie's mom is super nice. When I don't hang around at her house, like I feel like Kenzie's mom's a good person. Also her dad was more of an authority figure. Like her dad would try to punish her, but she was still spoiled. So like, her dad didn't really want to smoke weed and stuff like that. I know when she did smoke weed, her dad wouldn't let her vape. I know that.
So since the crash, did you see her out and about? I know there were pictures that we got.
I tried to avoid anywhere she would be because of everything that she's been saying to everyone, that I'm trying to hurt her and stuff like that. So I just don't want to get more stuff put out for no reason. So like I've only been to the graveyard one time because I know that she goes there a lot, and I just didn't want to run into her. So I only went to that spot one time, and then I just didn't go there.
When did she get to the graveyard? Did she drive?
Like her friends would pick her up. I'm pretty sure like random friends would pick her up and take her, and she would just sit there in the wheelchair, I guess. And like then
Film herself.
other people would be sending pictures to me of her posting on private stories of her at parties and stuff like that. Like I know that she's been to 2 concerts since. My stepsister seen her at the Playboy Cardi concert.
do you have any of those pictures?
No, I don't. I gotta do phone because that's why I couldn't call you guys back, but because my mic was broke on my phone. So
Last thing I have here, Landon Turner.
he was
Bubba.
it was weird with him. Like I was asking him like what happened, bro. I'm like you have because I was really mad about it. You were with them last, like I feel like it could have went different ways because I was supposed to be with them that night technically if I did trip them. And then I was at Joey's house that night too, and Davion was supposed to stay the night at Joey's, but his mom didn't let him, so I had to leave Joey's house, and Davion just ended up staying with Dom and Kenzie. And then I was talking to Bubba, and he was sitting there telling everyone, he was like, I was about to ask Davion to just stay the night with me. I don't know why I didn't, like stuff like that. And Bubba lived with it, or Davion lived with Bubba for a little, which is handy. And so it was just like weird to me when he wouldn't tell people like really what happened that night. His stories were at first he was like against Kenzie, but the girl that he's dating, Rosie, is like one of Kenzie's like better friends. I wouldn't say best friend because I don't really know like her friend group or nothing like that. But I know that Rosie was with her a lot in her mom's house. So I feel like he started trying to protect Kenzie after the first day because his girlfriend told him or something like that. And then his stories just kind of started switching up, and then he started acting weird about it. I'm like, were they arguing when they left, bro? I was like, and then he was telling me at first that they were arguing when they left, like there was an argument or there was a dispute. But then the next day he completely changed the story, and he was just saying that Davion and Dom were asleep, and then they woke up, and Kenzie didn't go to sleep at all. She was like drawing or something like that. She was just coloring in coloring books, and then they left the house. And then,
And he told you this?
that's what he told everybody.
So he told everybody?
We were all at like everyone was at the memorial for like a week straight or so. So like that's kind of like what
So that his tune changed?
Yeah, it definitely
his story changed.
And I would always ask him, I'm like, bro, I'm I'm like, I feel like you know more to this, like, kind of, I'm like, because you were there at Paul's house, like, I'm like, and then he pulled me to the side and he's like, I didn't really know who to trust and this like that. I didn't know who to tell because Kyle had asked him first, like, what really happened, and he lied to Kyle at first about something. I'm like, you need to go tell Kyle the truth. Like, that was Dom's best friend. I was like, Kyle deserves, I was like, whatever you told him, I'm like, you need to go and correct. And like, I guess he went and talked to Kyle. I don't really know necessarily if they talked about anything. So I just know that he was all over the place with his stories and what I know.
So, but its first story immediately after the crash was that there was an argument.
Yeah, I was being told that there was a dispute and that like things were a little weird when they left. And he also, like, I know Dom texted everyone that night that he loved them. He texted Kyle, I love you. He texted Angelo, I love you. And he also texted his dad, I love you, I'm pretty sure. And he also might have texted Blair, his other good friend, I love you, which is just, kind of out of the ordinary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Davion also texted his dad, I love you that night. And he told Bubba, I love you.
Well, in that instance, I heard, I think on maybe the documentary on Netflix, that he regularly did that kind of stuff. And I think even Christine, the sister, might have said something about it as well. But I've watched so much stuff on these people, so.
So, do you think Mackenzie has it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, like 100 to the wall, I feel like the only reason she survived is because of how small she is. Like, I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time, not lucky to have survived that because like she killed 2 people. If that was what she was trying to do, but it's like, I kind of feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
There was something I was going to ask. You knew Dom and you knew Davion pretty well. Did they ever talk about hurting themselves?
No, never.
So you don't see a scenario in which the three of them make like a suicide pact.
That's why it was all weird that they all said love you, but no, definitely not. Davion wouldn't think that. Davion had gotten kicked out, and then he just went back to his family's house. And the only reason he didn't go on vacation with his family was so he could stay home and work because he just got a new job.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't. So
Davion was over my house when he was kicked out like every single day after school.
So they had a lot going for him.
Did Joey tell you anything about his relationship with Mackenzie?
I mean, like, not like since it's happened, but like before it and like when we were all friends and like things were normal, like, yeah, I mean, we all just agreed that like there's no reason. He has her blocked on Snapchat. Like, he's had her blocked even way before this incident just because he says that she's annoying and he just doesn't want to deal with her and have to, like, you know what I'm saying? He just
She's drama.
doesn't want communication with her. Like, so he just had her blocked on her. But I really don't. Davion would have never killed himself. I don't believe that at all. And Dom had way more going for him, so
right.
I don't think Dom would have.
We got that pretty much from everybody. All right. Well, hey, man, I'm gonna let the prosecutor know that you came down and talked to us, so there will not be a subpoena or a warrant or anything like that. The jury said they're all set. You confirmed pretty much everything that we knew. I appreciate your time. Hopefully, and his mom
Not sure.
Okay. It's like a little weird, but they might have gotten that from me telling people. So
yeah. Okay.
Kenzie is locked up right now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. So we got a way more insight into this little girl than we had before, I think. Just listening to that, I tried recording this a few weeks ago, and unfortunately, my volume was too low. Hopefully, you could hear what he was saying. And then, of course, the cop, he's sitting there with the body cam on, so every time he moved, it would be staticky. But anyway, hopefully we got enough out of that. But I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye.